a workshop for realizing and embodying the wisdom of soul feelings, about which we will be discussing today and tomorrow. I'm Saroja Gullapalli, Devi Circle teacher of the process Devi Mind and Soul, to share the wisdom and empowerment of Goddess Saraswati. Many of you also know me as the founder of Beyond Your Mind Foundation. My dear beautiful Devi souls, I welcome you all once again with love and joy to this workshop of Devi Circle during this auspicious time of Navaratri. As we embark on this beautiful journey again on this day 2, you will be able to explore that divinity and Devi energy in each one of you. This is a workshop for realizing and embodying the soul feelings, as we have already mentioned before. Devi energies would like this session to be full of joy, full of creativity and love, my dear Devis. It's a good time to remember that this is a special time when earth and heavens have come together for a great spiritual transformation. Saraswati Ma is holding the earth together with our Mother Earth and other ascended goddesses in a grand circle to heal all that live upon it. Dear Devis, during this workshop, we shall all work and learn together with love and joy on how to dissolve the energies of our stressful emotional blocks, our beliefs, our judgments, our emotions, and awaken the soul feelings of joy, love, and compassion. Do not forget, during these sessions, we'll be guided by the wisdom of Ma Saraswati, who is already present on this platform. Feel the energy of those ascended goddesses, my dear Devis. My dear Devis, this workshop is more through feeling. Be aware of the energies that you're surrounded with. Be aware of the energies of ascended goddesses. Ma Saraswati, who is holding our workshop platform. Feel the love and the beautiful compassion energy that's flowing at the moment. How beautiful it is. Do not feel you're alone. We're all here for each other with our love and joy. And the most beautiful thing is, Ma Saraswati is holding us in her lap. What is there to fear, my dear Devis? Like yesterday, we will start our session with grounding ourselves in the present moment with the help of our breath, who is our guru. Never forget, masters, that breath is our guru, breath is our friend. Anything you can name it. Please switch off your mobile phones. Remove your glasses if you're wearing them. Sit in a comfortable position, Sukha Sthira Asana. Sukha is comfort, Sthira is stable. Sukha Sthira Asana. With your spine comfortably erect in a position. Take a moment or two to adjust yourself, my dear Devis. These conditions will prepare you to be in a heightened state of receptivity and derive the most benefits of this breath exercise, the breath kriya that we are about to embark on. Devis, let's start with deep breathing. Slow and deep breathing. Inhale to the count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale to the count of 6, Devis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you continue with this deep breath, with every inhale, fill in your stomach with the incoming air. Make sure your stomach comes out. With every long exhale, make sure you exhale all the air and suck in your stomach. My dear Devis, this is yogic breathing. Come along with me and let's do 3 rounds of yogic breathing. As you breathe in, slowly take the air inside. Fill in your stomach. Let the stomach come out completely. As you breathe out, slowly hold the stomach in. Let the air go out completely. Let's do another routine, another round of yogic breathing, Devis. Breathing in, slowly and steadily, filling up your stomach with air. Let the stomach come out. As you exhale slowly and steadily, let the stomach go in. Suck in as much as you can. Another round of yogic breathing, my dear Devis. As you breathe in, slow and steady, fill in your stomach with air, pushing out your stomach completely. As you exhale, let the stomach go in. Make sure you empty your stomach completely of any air. Devis, now that we have done yogic breathing and we are slowly connecting to our breath, let's do 3 rounds of Padmanabha Kriya that I showed you yesterday. You may remember, Padmanabha Kriya is a beautiful breath routine which helps us to stable our heartbeat and reach a homeostasis state. No matter whatever you may be doing in your life, if the heartbeat is really irregular, jumping up and down, Padmanabha Kriya is a beautiful routine to settle your body, especially your heartbeat. Let's start the first round of Padmanabha Kriya. I may remind you once again, in this Kriya, when you inhale, taking the breath in, 4 counts, Devis, then we hold for 2 counts. And with every exhale, 6 counts, then we hold for 2 counts. That's 1 complete cycle of Padmanabha Kriya. Come on, Devis, let's do it together. As we breathe in, the count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2. As you breathe out with 6 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 1, 2. My dear Devis, that was 1 routine of Padmanabha Kriya. Take a deep breath. Let's do the second round of Padmanabha Kriya. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 1, 2. All right, Devis, let's do one more round of Padmanabha Kriya all together. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 1, 2. Devis, that was a beautiful 3 rounds of Padmanabha Kriya. By now, we all must feel very much connected to our breath. Through the help of breath, we are now able to totally connect our awareness to this beautiful body of ours. In this heightened awareness, this is a very good time for us to feel and be with the central line of our body, my dear Devis. As we try to be aware of the central line of our being, follow my instructions. Gently close your eyes, my dear Devis. Be aware of your breath. Feel the air that touches your nostrils. Feel the air that leaves your nostrils. Just being aware of the breath, my dear Devis. Slowly move your awareness to the space behind your closed eyes. The empty space behind your closed eyes, my dear Devis. Be completely aware of the blank space behind your closed eyes. Your complete awareness. Slowly bring your awareness to the center point on the top of your head. We call it Brahmarandhra. Bring your awareness to the top of your head, my dear Devis. As you bring your awareness to Brahmarandhra, you can feel your breath touching to that point. Be totally aware of it. Feel an imaginary line going through the center of your body, from the top of your head to the bottom of your spine. This imaginary line is the central line of your body that we are going to travel in the next 3 minutes, Devis. From this Brahmarandhra, can we move down a little bit on the center line, the imaginary line that we have drawn, moving down to the point between our temples. Bring your awareness to the point between your temples. This is the point of Ajna Chakra. This is the area very close to your Ajna Chakra, my dear Devis. Your awareness must be at this point on the central line that you have drawn from Brahmarandhra to the bottom of the spine, which is the area close to Muladhara chakra. As we move down, we slowly bring our awareness to the base of our throat. Completely connect your awareness to the base of your throat, my dear Devis. This is the area close to Vishuddha chakra. We are traveling along this central line, traveling from Brahmarandhra to Agna chakra area, and now close to Vishuddha chakra. Let's move down a little bit further, Devis. Along this central visual line that we have drawn, we stop near the heart. Place all your awareness at this point. This is the place close to our heart chakra, Anahata chakra. Feel the love energy that surrounds this point. Be totally aware of this area. You can feel the breath touching this area as you put all your focus on this point. Remember, Devis, wherever your awareness goes, breath flows. Where breath flows, the energy goes. Let's move down along this central line that we have drawn in our body, a little bit further down, just above our belly button, above our navel. Focus your awareness at this point, Devis. This is the area close to Manipuraka chakra. As you focus on this point, you can feel the breath going to this point. Moving down a little bit further, lower part of the stomach, Swadhisthana chakra area. Place all your focus in this area, my dear Devis. Feel the breath traveling all the way to this point. No thoughts. Let's just be our breath and connect our breath to this point. As we travel a little bit further, we can feel the last point on this line at the end of our spine, close to Muladhara root chakra. Make sure you're totally aware of this point. Devis, we have traveled along the central line of our body, completely aware from top to bottom. This imaginary central line that you have drawn, and now you're aware of the central line. Visualize that you're completely open along this central line, like a blossoming flower, the beautiful blossoming flower along the central line. This is the time, Devis. Open up yourself completely to the energies that you're surrounded with along the central line that we have just traveled. Let's take the energies of the Devis supporting this platform. Open up completely along this central line and accept the energies. My dear Devis, that was so blissful. I can feel the presence. I can feel the vibration of Ma Saraswati. I can feel the presence of all those ascended goddesses on this platform. Make the most of it. Let's give rest to that thinking mind of ours that we engage all the time. I request you all to rest your minds and connect with your heart to Ma Saraswati and all the Devis present today in this workshop. Gently open your eyes and do not feel shy to switch on your videos. It's very nice when you switch on your videos. Good to see you all connected in a more meaningful way. So my dear Devis, I really encourage you all to open up your video. It's nice to talk to people than talk to blank screens. We are here to connect with our souls and hearts. So let's not be shy. Thank you to all those people who have switched on their videos. As we feel the energies of Ma Saraswati totally connected to us, we have to remember, emptying our faith of the subtlest of our fears would also open us to more joy and love by raising the vibration of our faith. My dear Devis, as I was mentioning yesterday, we all have faith, but there are always fears and doubts associated with them. When we drop these fears, when we drop these doubts that surround our faith, then we can see the love and joy that raises with this faith. Think of a newborn child that has complete faith in her mother or his mother. She knows, the baby knows that the mother will nurse her, hold her, and take care of her needs. Even if she simply, all she has to do is just surrender to the mother. The baby's faith in the mother is filled with joy. The baby doesn't have any kind of doubts. Will mother be looking after me or not? That question is not there in the mind of the baby. Because babies are not engaging their mind. They're connecting to their mother with faith, with no doubt, no fears. Faith is used to explore and expand our consciousness, Devis. A mother never doubts the love that arises spontaneously between her and her infant child. There is no need to prove anything as one heart surrenders and melts into another heart with joy. Having faith in these kind of joyous connections is enough to sustain and grow the heart connections even deeper. So as we go into Devi circles today, later part of the workshop, have faith in each other. Have faith in the Ma that is holding this space. Have faith in love and joy that is there in each one of us. Today, let's know a little bit more about the emotional alchemy. How can we release this emotional blocks that we have for ages through love, joy, and compassion? Devis, in ancient times, there used to be alchemists. What did they do? They attempted to transmute base metals into gold to find the elixir of life. Why? To attain immortality. The alchemists, they placed lead and iron in a crucible, it's like a bowl, hoping through the application of intense concentration, because they could concentrate, appropriate heat and pressure. What would they produce? Precious metals like gold and silver. So they believed that the process released the spirit of the base metals. Devi Mind Emotional Release Workshop is a bit like alchemical process. You might wonder how. This torso of the body, which is made up of throat, chest, and abdomen, is the crucible, Devis. by bringing our attention to this crucible and by allowing intense feelings to be experienced, the intense emotions to be experienced, to be felt. A process of emotional transformation is initiated. And Devis, out of the vulnerability can grow courage, can grow confidence. When we sit with uncomfortable emotions, we do sit, but we can't sit for long, so we try to avoid it. But Devis, when we sit with that uncomfortable emotions, the emotions gradually unwind and are transformed, and they become opportunities for developing spiritual virtues, like how the alchemist came up with gold and silver. The catalyst in this emotional transformation is only one thing: the joy, love, and compassion. Compassion means to be with our suffering and not to avoid or run away from our vulnerable, soft center. And that's what we are doing, my dear Devis. We are running away. We think by running away, we can avoid, we can get rid of our emotions, the emotional blocks. We develop more compassion by patiently bringing our attention back to the feeling center line. Earlier, we did the center line breath routine. You now know what's your center line that goes from top to the bottom. That is the practice we need to do to bring our attention back to this center line of ours, by regularly checking in with ourselves with a gentle curiosity. What am I feeling? Every time you come up with an emotion of anger, jealousy, envy, check within yourself. How am I feeling inside? What is happening? The Devi Mind Emotional Release Workshop that we are in this we will use the love, joy, and compassion as a catalyst for the process of emotional alchemy. That is the alchemy that we will be doing in our body today, Devis. The feeling center line, I'm sure, Devis, please mute your phones. It will be very helpful for others. I request you all to mute your phones, please. Devi Circle team, can you please mute the phones? Thank you. The center line that I was talking about in the breath routine, Devis, I hope you all can relate to it, starting from Brahmarandra, going all the way along the central line of the body till the base of our spine. That is the center line of our being. The feeling center line of our being is also where our inner child lives. What is an inner child? The inner child is a metaphor for our vulnerability, our sensitivity, our fears, our needs, our emotional needs. The inner child, which is experienced in our center, it also carries the residual energies of our childhood wounds, Devis. If as a child, you were wounded by a deficiency of unconditional love, deficiency of appreciation, deficiency of support, deficiency of acceptance, the wound will lie dormant in your center until current issues activate and reawaken them. For example, when you believe you have been ignored or rejected again, those feelings will come back. Or if you were wounded by abuse, the wound will lie dormant in your center line until the current issues trigger them. And it may reawaken when you associate someone's current behavior with the original abusive behavior. In either case, there is a beautiful intensity of sensation that will appear along this center line that I took through. We all traveled along our center line. We know what it is. Your inner child has awoken. It's presenting us a healing opportunity so that we can do an emotional alchemy on it. Our normal habits of attention, the distraction, fight or flight, you know how we normally go with our survival mode. Sometimes we want to please people. Sometimes we freeze where we are because we don't know how to progress. That turns away our attention from this beautiful intensity of these emotions. And it also turns away from our inner child that's residing within us, asking for attention. This particular situation is coped with. The feeling experience is repressed and the inner child is ignored. This is how we cope with our situations. The inner child is asking for attention and we try to repress it and we ignore our inner child. That is the emotional block that the inner child is carrying, Devis. Whenever this happens, the inner child is abandoned by us and the original wound gets compounded, multiplied. We hurt the inner child again and again, increasing that emotional block that we are suffering and repressing. As we turn away from our inner child, we project our attention towards others. This is the way we divert ourselves. We project hopes and dreams. There's others will behave in ways which will allow the inner child so that we can put them back to sleep and our wounds can lie dormant. What an irony. Devi Mind, emotional release workshop. In this, we learn how to deal with this, the emotional block that the inner child is holding. Devi Mind workshop is turning your attention towards your inner child. It is like taking hold of your inner child's hand and giving them company. That's all your inner child needs. It's like enfolding your inner child in a patient and compassionate presence, bringing your inner child into a comfortable surroundings. Devis, your inner child has been waiting for some quality time with you. They've been waiting for your unconditional attention. Whenever through loss, disappointment, or change, your wound is triggered and your inner child awakens, and let it be exposed instead of overprotecting it. Let it be exposed to the joy and love that comes out from your heart. Keep your inner child company so that they know you care. You'll find your hopes, your dreams, your expectations, and demands of others will lessen as you become a good parent to whom? To your own vulnerability and sensitivity, Devis. We have to be very mindful of our own emotional blocks. The Devi Mind emotional release workshop. Through this, centering becomes a part of our regular meditation practice. And we will develop an ongoing relationship with our experiences that we are feeling. Holding your inner child's hand will enable you to rest like a great tree in middle of all these emotions. So Devis, very important for us to realize that we cannot abandon this inner child. One of the most important thing we can do is to soothe the fear of this inner child, is to talk to it. We can sit down with this fearful child inside us and be gentle with him or her. You might say something like that. Dear little child, on your adult self, I would like to tell you that we are no longer a baby. We are no longer helpless. We are no longer vulnerable. We are grown-ups. We can well defend ourselves. So there is no reason to be fearful. I believe that by talking to that inner child like that can be very helpful, because the inner child is very deeply wounded. We haven't paid any attention to the inner child who is holding all our emotional blocks, Devis. And the child has been waiting for us to come back to her. All her childhood wounds are still there. And we have been so busy that we have no time to go back to help this child heal. That's why it's very important to take the time to go back, to recognize the presence of this wounded child in us, to talk to him, try to help him heal. We can remind him several times that you're no longer a helpless child. I'm there with you. I will be holding your hand. This is what we need to practice through personification. How do you do by personification? You imagine, you visualize that you bring your inner child out. Place the inner child on a cushion in front of you and make an attempt to talk to your inner child. That inner child within you is very scared, very fearful. And what's your inner child? Nothing but your emotions, your vulnerabilities. We need to have relationship with this inner child. Bring out that inner child. Make them sit in front of you. Talk to the inner child. Let it cry. Let it bring out all its fears. And after you have had a chance to give that space of love and joy and compassion to the inner child, embrace that inner child. Now you might ask, how can I embrace someone who doesn't exist? That is what this personification visualization helps. When you imagine, when you visualize your inner baby coming out, if you can't do it in the air, you can always hold a pillow. Bring that pillow close to your heart, Devis. Put your arms around the pillow. Then you can feel that inner child is in your arms. Give the inner child all the love and care that it needs. It works wonders, trust me. I always do this. The inner child melts in you when you give that love. You would be surprised that this exercise needs to be done many times, because that inner child has been suppressed several times. Our vulnerabilities are hiding within ourselves in the form of our inner child. Devis, at this point, it's very important to remember whatever has happened in our past, though we cannot change the past, we can bring that inner child from the past. Put the inner child in our lap. Embrace it. Don't feel shy about it. Embrace the inner child. If you can't embrace in the air, put a pillow, embrace the inner child. And then let's ask all the ascended goddesses to send their love and joy. Let's ask our overself to send the beautiful love and joy. Let it shine upon us. And who is that us? We and our inner child. Let the inner child and us become one in the beautiful love and joy shower of the ascended goddesses. My dear Devis, I would like you to close your eyes at this time. Let's all join together in this beautiful practice where we will be bringing out our inner child with a lot of love. Love is very important, my dear Devis. Nothing can heal without love. Remember, love is that beautiful catalyst that can change everything in this planet, in this creation. Gently close your eyes. Bring out that inner child. Hold it very close to your heart. Take a deep breath in and breathe it out slowly, Devis. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Become aware of the time. Become aware of the time before you incarnated in this lifetime on earth. Let's go back a long time to the time before we incarnated in this lifetime on earth. See yourself as a soul, a being of divine light, born from your higher self, full of joy, full of love, full of freedom, compassion, and gratitude. See your parents, your siblings, your relatives, your friends, and everyone else you know in this life, also as souls born from their higher self. Consider that your soul, like all other souls, chose to know darkness by going through a cycle of physical incarnations, so that your higher self may expand into an even greater emptiness. Know that the highest divine beings have also experienced contrast by incarnating in the physical realms, Devis. Take another deep breath in and breathe it out slowly. Now become aware of the time when you came into this incarnation, the time of your early childhood in your body, Devis. Become aware of the time of your early childhood in your present body. Remember the long and joyous days of presence, followed by the sweet nights of rest. Recall those moments of completeness when you felt a deep connection with the mountains, when you became totally silent, watching the color of a sunset. When you were immersed in the beautiful night of starlights, lying down in your mother's lap. And when an unspoken joy filled your senses and your soul for no particular reason. Now, as you kept growing, moving ahead in time, now recall the time during your childhood when you reached puberty, when you became identified with your mind all the time. Remember your emotions, both positive and negative, Devis. The emotions of love and affection shared with your family members. Emotion of sadness, anger, and loneliness when you were disappointed, or times of loneliness. Remember the emotions of fear and anxiety when you felt threatened in some way, either physically or emotionally. Remember the emotions of shame and embarrassment when you felt inadequate and exposed. Remember the birth of your ego and how your suffering increased over the years as you became more identified with your ego. Now slowly become aware of the inner child who still lives in you from your childhood, that you have just brought out and is sitting in your lap. You're putting your hands around that inner child. You're connecting to that inner child with your love, with your joy, with your compassion. The child who was not loved enough, the child who was abused, the child who is sad, the child who is angry about whatever happened in the past. The child who is fearful and anxious because of the threatening experience of your childhood, Devis. The child who is carrying the feelings of shame and embarrassment from your childhood. Visualize a soft white light entering from your higher self, from the top of your head, the Brahmarantra area, Devis. Visualize a soft white light entering from your higher self through the top of your head. This beautiful light is coming from all the ascended goddesses and your overself. This beautiful light that is coming through you, it's a soft white light filled with joy and love. The light slowly is traveling down along your center line and reaching all your 7 chakras one by one. As you breathe in, visualize this light shining bright through every chakra as it reaches it. As you breathe out, visualize the light spreading into your body with joy with compassion, with gratitude, with love, forgiveness, peace. See the light joining your body and soul into an expanded oneness that transcends your mind, Devis. Continue breathing in and out as you go ahead with this visualization. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hold that inner child close to your heart, Devis. That inner child that you have brought out, and you are placing that inner child in your lap. Hold that inner child close to your heart. Nurture the inner child with the magnificent light of your higher self shining through your body and your soul with each cycle of your breath. Let the suffering of your inner child dissolve fully as you align your breath with the child's breath. Let the suffering of your inner child, which is your vulnerability, which is your emotional blocks, my dear Devis, let it dissolve fully in the presence of this beautiful light from the ascended goddesses and your higher self. As this happens, let the child feel safe being held in your arms. Nourish the child with compassion and forgiveness, with love, joy that's emanating from your heart. Let the child feel the joy and laughter arising through your stomach. Let the joy and laughter come out of your stomach. Let the child feel the presence of joy in you. Let the child feel the compassion in you, Devis. Let the child feel your devotion through your higher heart. The higher heart is closer to our thymus gland. Let the child feel our devotion, which is oozing from our higher heart. With that love and joy from your higher self, with that compassion from the ascended goddesses, with that laughter and joy from your stomach, your inner child is totally enveloped with this beautiful soul feelings, Devis. As you embrace this inner child with this beautiful soul feelings, you can see that your inner child is merging within you. It is slowly dissolving in you. The inner child has completely dissolved and merged in you, my dear Devis. Where is the inner child? The inner child is now a part of you, not as a fearful child, but a part of your joy, a part of your compassion, a part of the laughter within you. May you always keep your inner child in your heart, in your joy, in your love. Now the inner child is one of you. It has become part of you, my dear Devis. Gently open your eyes and see how beautiful it feels when that suffering inner child was held in your arms. When that inner child of yours received the beautiful compassion, love energy from your higher self and you. All that fear it carried all these days is all gone. That inner child has become part of you, merged into you. There is no suffering in inner child anymore, Devis. Let's all give ourselves a big round of applause. Do not feel shy to applause, because the more you acknowledge this process, the more you can use it whenever you need. So Devis, whenever you feel that emotions, the vulnerability being blocked in you is difficult to come out, remember this practice, and you can always make the inner child a part of you with love and joy. This is how women are. You know, we take our time to open up because the trust. Yesterday I was talking about trust. For women, trust is utmost important. They will not open up in front of everyone. Of course, exceptions are there everywhere, but generally, women like to be in a trusted environment. Why? Because that's how for centuries we have been treated. So we have learned our lessons. You know, we don't want to be exposed and vulnerable till we know that we can trust. So yesterday was so understandable, Devis. I knew it would take time, but today, I love you. So beautiful. I didn't want to come out of the breakout rooms. I was in 3 rooms, and the last room, I was like, oh my God, 2 minutes, that's it. I still have to hear so much. So very happy. I'm very happy. I made the most of these breakout rooms. Devis, let us give ourselves a big round of applause. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. As I promised in the group 5, that after the breakout rooms, this is going to be the best part of the session. And you know what? I enjoyed every bit of it. I love this song, Aham Prema. Whenever I hear this song, I don't remember myself. And today, it was so lovely to be with you all and hear this song and dance with you. So, my dear Devis, we will do it again tomorrow. We are going to meet the same time like today. And tomorrow we are going to rock it again. And this time, no switching off videos. Everyone join. We are all letting ourselves out, Devis. We're all connecting with each other. I can receive all your energies. Can't you receive mine? Open up. I could see so many of you full of joy. Oh my God. It's been the best day of my life. So beautiful, Devis. We could connect all. So with that, my dear Devis, we'll call it a workshop. We'll finish it here. And tomorrow, same time.
Beautiful, madam.
Love you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Designed very well, madam.
Thank you. Very good, ma. Very good, ma. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Love
you,
you,
ma.
ma'am.
Love you, ma'am.
Love you all.